Hello everybody, War Wizard here. I know it's been a while since I've made a real video, but here we are. Today is going to be the first part of how to get better at Mortal Kombat. Now, this can be applied to pretty much any fighting game, by the way. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm a pro or anything like that, or I'm like the best player ever. I'm pretty good. But I figured as a more casual player that I could help the other casual players. I want to start off by saying there is no such thing as shortcuts. To get better at the game, you have to play it. There's nothing that is going to magically make you better in, or like significantly better in a few hours or a day. You have to put the time in. You have to practice. You have to play. I see so many people, they're always Googling or searching, how do I get better at, Mortal Kombat? They want some sort of magical tip that will make them a pro in like a day, and it's just not going to happen. You have to get that out of your head now. You have to play the game. If you really want to get better, you have to play. You have to practice. Now, speaking of practice, sorry if you hear my bird in the background. I don't know what his problem is. I just fed him, but he wants to throw a fit right now. Anyway, speaking of practice mode, it's not just for combos. So many people... So this is going to be episode 1, the basics, right? I'm going to do a couple part series, but anyway. Practice mode isn't just for combos. Yes, combos are great. You need to learn how best to punish your opponent. But the main thing for practice, besides combos, is learning setups and how to punish things. What's unsafe? What can you do to deal with this character? When I first got MK1, I was in practice mode, not just learning combos. Well, first thing I did was beat the story, but anyway. I went to practice mode. I learned some decent bread and butter combos, whatever. But I was also learning setups. What's safe? What can I use as pressure? Stuff like that. So many people just go into practice mode, learn a combo, and then jump online, and then they want to complain and whine. Oh, why this character's broken? You can't do anything about this. You won't even go into practice mode to learn. Let me show you an example. So the first day I played MK1 online, I faced a Liu Kang player. Liu Kang is also my main, but at the time I was using Baraka. I'm using Baraka again, but I faced this Liu Kang player, and I could not figure out how to deal with this. So right after the match, I lost, by the way. Right after the match, I went into practice mode to figure out how to deal with what he was doing. This is what he... Oops, I pressed the wrong button. This is what he was doing over and over. I did not know how to deal with this. It was safe on block. I went into practice mode and figured out that you can... Oh, I can do it. Wow. Flawless block it for finish. You can flawless block this string, as I've shown in my How to Counter Liu Kang series on my YouTube. You can flawless block this string. Sorry, it's hard to do it while talking. Man, You can flawless block that string for a full punish. messing up. See, you can flawless block that for a full combo punish. If it wasn't for me, you know, going in and learning that, I wouldn't have known. So all the people that go in and, you know, they complain, oh, this is broken, that is broken. Go into practice, put the whatever move, whatever character you're dealing with, put it on record, do that, and then figure out ways to beat it. Most everything in this game has some sort of counter. Yeah, there's some things that are brain dead, like, you know, Raiden's Storm Cell into, like, Kano or Striker Bombs, whatever. But you can still flawless block that to negate the chip and damage. It's kind of a stupid counter, but there's still some sort of counter. There's a counter to everything. Are there things in this game annoying to deal with? Yes, there is. There's many things that in this game that are annoying to deal with. Oops. I forgot how to turn it off. But I'm telling you right now, you go into practice mode, you learn these things. Go on YouTube. I have many, many videos on how to counter and punish a bunch of characters in the game. Almost every character in this game so far. And don't let people shame you, you know. Oh, you have to learn this on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. That's what fighting games are all about. Sharing information, getting better at the game. They are just mad that you are taking your time to learn how to counter things, be it doing it yourself in practice mode, going on, you know, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, learning how to deal with these things. So they're mad because they don't want to take the time. They just want to learn a combo, jump on the game, and beat up people, and they get mad when people are better than them. And that goes for combos as well. Oh, you get your combos off YouTube. So what? If you're a decent player, you know how to make decent combos, but then you come across one that's even more optimal from a pro player that their living is to play this game, so you practice that and you get it down. Who cares how you learned it? Who cares? They're mad because they can't do it. You were trying to get better at the game. Don't let people shame you. You know, because most people... Oh, let me learn how do I turn this off? I don't want that on right now. Hang on. I forgot how to switch that off, so let me go to character select real quick. Most people that complain about learning combos or whatever, oh, you have to use, you know, YouTube or whatever it is.
The Great Hall.
They're mad because they come up with, you know, something like this. Oh, they're proud of themselves because they came up with something that does 17% damage, or maybe they do something like this. Up already. You know, they do something like this, 22%. You know, it's not the worst thing ever. But, and then they get mad when you do something way more optimal that does 35, 40% damage. And they want to get mad, oh, at least I came up with that combo. Who cares? You're trying to get better, you're trying to win. No one cares if you can do a 20% damage combo. Nobody cares. No one's proud of you. No one's going to give you a pat on the back. I'm not going to lie. I learned my own combos a lot. There are times when I've seen a more optimal combo. Maybe it adds like only 5%, but that's still 5% more damage. So then I go into practice, I learn that combo, so then I can punish people better. So as my tip number one for basics, go into practice. Learn some combos. Learn how, if you're struggling against a character like Liu Kang or whoever, go into practice mode, do that move on record, see if you can flawless block it. See if it's one of the hits is high and you can duck it. See if you can up block it to punish it. Learn. You have to learn. That's how you're going to get better at this game. There's nothing magic besides practicing and playing. There's nothing else. You know, you get those people that they say, oh, I don't even go into practice mode. I just play. Yeah, that's why they have, 30 wins and 40 losses. Because, yeah, playing the game is all good and well, but go into practice mode. Learn how to counter those things. Even if you know how to counter those things, your timing will be off, as you can see with me trying to do the Liu Kang thing. I mean, granted, I'm talking at the same time. But your timing will be off, and you'll mess up the punish. You go into practice mode, and you learn how to do the punish more consistently. Because then from there on out, whenever you see that move, your muscle memory is going to see it, you're going to react to it, you're going to punish it. You have to practice. I have a friend, not going to name names, but he plays Mortal Kombat a decent amount. I beg him to go into practice mode and learn these things, but he just won't. He will not. Refuses. And I keep telling him that's what's holding you back from getting better. He just wants to jump online, rage because, oh, this person does this and that. And I keep telling him it's unsafe. Punish it. And another thing is, I try to give, people examples of combos and stuff. Simple combos. Stuff that'll get like 30%. But no, he wants to do the most complicated combo, or a more complicated combo, that does less damage even if he lands it. But it's so complicated that, for him, that he drops it, not even exaggerating, 90% of the time. And my thing is, yeah, maybe the combo looks a little flashy, but what's the point when you drop it? When you can do an easier combo that does 10% more damage? Just do the easier combo. Get the punish. Win the match. I don't care if you punish a throw with an uppercut. At least it's something. But just don't sit there blocking, eating throw after throw after throw. I'm telling you, go into practice. Let me give you another example. That wasn't the only move the guy was spamming that I didn't know how to deal with. There was also this move. I was like, oh man, how do you do that? You block and you just let go of block. It's a high. You get a full punish. So when you see a Liu Kang player do that, just duck it. You get a full punish. The same thing, you go into practice mode. Let me show you guys how to deal with throws. I'm not going to get into the, more advanced stuff until one of the other episodes, but let's talk about throws. Have the AI do that. Escape fail. So that means you have to press the other button. Oh, oops, press the wrong one. Learn how to tech it. Get used to the animation so you can tech the throw. The more you practice this, have the AI on the throw animation, the better you'll get at it in a real match. Your muscle memory will take over. They'll see the throw animation, and then you can break it. Or, let's say a Liu Kang is doing, Liu Kang things. Let's say he's doing this into throw. So you block, let go of block right there, and you can duck. Get used to the, animation, because you do this, let go of block, and he goes for the throw. And people say, oh, okay, well, what if he finishes the string? You can option select that. What I mean by that is, he does the whole string, you can let go of block, and that's how you flawless block it. So then if he throws, you can duck it, but you can also have a chance to flawless block this. You let go of block after the third kick. And you can dodge the throw, or have a chance to flawless block the fourth kick. Now, that's not 100% guarantee, because, you add cameos into the mix, but that's for a different video. But you go in here, and you also have to remember, most of the stuff like going into cameo Motaro or whatever that Liu Kang players are going to do. That's more medium to high level stuff. Bad players, by that I mean most players that you are going to be facing on Combat League, aren't going to do stuff like that. You know how many Liu Kangs I face that do the full string constantly? I flawless block it. They do the full string of his combo launcher, and I duck it and punish it. People are always, oh yeah, but you can do this. Oh yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you can, but most people online aren't doing that. But that goes back to my point. If you want to get better at the game, you have to play. You have to go into practice mode. There's no such thing as something that will make you better, overnight at the snap of a finger. Now, YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff can help. They'll help you get better a lot faster, but you still have to go into practice and get the timing down. Like Reptile is another example. I know people struggle with this one move from Reptile. I know most people know Reptile's, mid tier, kind of hovering around low tier. He's not the best. Baraka. But I know a lot of low-level players that struggle with this move that I'm going to show you. They just don't know how to deal with it. I've had so many people say Reptile's broken, or not to me personally, but I see it on Facebook, on Twitter. Reptile's broken. That move's broken. How can he be low tier if he's so busted? Blah, blah, blah. They're low-level players that refuse to go into practice mode and learn, how to counter these things. The dash attack. This move right here. It can be flawless blocked. Sorry, my time is off again. It can be flawless blocked for a full punish. Because Reptile players, they have to cancel that to make it safe. See? How it said punish right there. That move can be punished. Reptile players have to cancel into it most of the time to keep some of his moves safe. Granted, there's a mix-up there, because then the mind games start coming in where, is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? So some people block. But that's part of fighting games. There's mind games. But the more you practice countering that, the better you are going to get at noticing the animation, and your muscle memory is going to react to try to flawless block it, but you have to go into practice mode, and you have to practice it, because it's actually kind of a pain in the ass to flawless block it if you haven't practiced it. And you can get a full punish if you punish fast enough. Use your fastest punish. Do not use your slow combo starters, because they will block it in time. You have to do a fast, like your standing 1 or standing 2, whatever. Everything in this game has a counter. I know Peacemaker's annoying, and Raiden is annoying, whatever, but they have counters. I have videos up on how to counter Raiden, Peacemaker. Just go into practice, and whatever move or moves or characters you were struggling with, put them on record. Learn ways to get past it. If you see a video on YouTube or TikTok, be like, go into practice it. Get the timing down. The two things you want to do if you want to take this game somewhat seriously, if you want to get better at it, whatever, pick a character, your favorite character, whatever it is, go into practice mode. Learn your best, punishes and best bread and butter combos. Learn the character before you learn the cameo, if that makes sense. Now, there's easy cameos.
Thanks a lot.
Like I'll show you here. I'll pick Johnny Cage. There's easy cameos. Serena, easy. Striker's actually pretty easy. He has some more advanced stuff. I know people are going to argue that in the comments or whatever, but he's fairly easy. Serena is probably the easiest cameo in the game.
Shadow Sister.
What did Johnny Cage players use? stage. Go to
Sub-Zero.
I want a good looking stage.
Sundo.
Let me show you why Serena's easy. You can do, so Brocka's fastest punish, everybody's fastest punish is standing 1. Standing 1-2, sometimes it's standing 1-1. 1, for basics, on PlayStation it's square, on Xbox it is X. That's what 1 means in fighting game terms. 2, so this is 1, you're standing jab. 2 is triangle on PlayStation, Y on Xbox. 3 is X on PlayStation, A on Xbox. 4, circle on PlayStation, B on Xbox. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I mean when I say 1, I mean square. When I say 2, I mean triangle. 3, X. 4, circle. So almost everybody's fastest punish in this game is standing 1. Maybe standing 2. That's the second fastest. Very rarely is it going to be anything other than those. Maybe your combo starter's 1-1, square twice. Most, it's 1-2 or 2-1. That's your fastest punish. So when someone does something unsafe, just do that into whatever combo starter you're trying to do. Oops, I messed it up. But this is an easy Baraka combo right here. Damn, I messed it up. Not used to PlayStation. Easy Baraka combo without taking in the fact of cameo. Now, I'm going to do a whole nother video getting deeper into cameos, but I just wanted to give you guys, since this is the basics, the easiest cameo in this game is Serena, because you can do 1-2 into her blade toss. Oh, that's the wrong blade toss. I haven't used her in forever. Okay. So 1-2 into this move right here. Gets you big damage, easy damage, because of this move right here. Not hard to understand. There's nothing really, there's no timing to get down. It's easy. You can just throw it out, and if it catches someone, you go into a combo. So learn your character first, then pick a cameo and learn that cameo. If you want to use a more advanced cameo, I will be doing a second video, or another video in this series, talking more in depth about cameos. So I see a lot of negativity about this game. I get it has its problems. I've voiced my problems about this game. It's an assist-based game. Every single assist-based game ever made is broken. Every single one. People complain about striker bombs. Oh, you do this into striker bombs. It's because you guys aren't used to assist fighters. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's an assist fighter. You can do the same thing. What is the point in being overly negative? What is the point? Yes, go online, voice your complaints. Maybe NRS will make, changes, whatever. Like, the whole thing where, the online was broken for, like, a month. That was a huge issue. I was non-stop complaining about that. That is a game-breaking bug. That's the main reason people play this game is for the online. The online wasn't even working. That's all good and great. If you have legitimate, criticisms, go and, complain. But when you're making post after post, crying, whining, this is broken, that's broken, you won't even go into practice mode to learn how to counter it. And that, in my opinion, that means your complaints are null and void. If you're not even going to take the time to learn, what gives you the right to bitch about it? I still struggle with this, so I'm not, on my high horse or nothing. Try to go in with a positive mindset. If you lose, you lose. I still struggle with that. If you guys look at my past videos, you probably see me raging. I am trying to get better at that, because raging it's going to make you lose more often. It's going to make you lose focus. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to drop your combos. You're going to drop your punishes. go into it with a positive mindset. Realize you're probably going to lose. You will never get better if you don't lose. If you make some mistakes, if there's something that you're not sure quite how to punish, go into practice mode afterwards. Learn how to deal with it. If there's no direct punish to it, just block. Hold it until it's your turn. Try to get out with a poke or something. These are pokes, by the way. Down 1, down 3, and every character has really good down ones, basically. Most everybody's is, I think, 7 or 6 frames. Johnny Cage recently had his nerf. He was the only one that you couldn't punish. You can punish a poke with a poke back. So if someone pokes, you block it, you poke immediately, it'll say punish. You take your turn back. Now don't just sit here mashing it all the time. You know, poke and then go into something else, you know. Try to get some pressure going, try to open them up, whatever it is. Those are pokes. I should have went over that earlier. Now, some people have really bad down 4s. Baraka's is really good because the distance. You come in, get him from a distance, try to sneak in, you know. I know some people have really bad ones. I'm trying to think of who. Liu Kang's kind of sucks. Sub-Zero's is kind of bad. You just have to go and practice, you know, who has really good pokes, who has the best pokes. Standing one, or crouching one, sorry, is probably going to be your best poke for everybody. If you're up close, trying to take your turn back, just poke them down 1. But don't just sit here and mash pokes. Poke and then trying to go into something else. Because there's a good, strong possibility that you catch them trying to poke back when it's not their turn. Especially with characters with good mids. So mids you can't duck. So if someone tries to take their turn back and you catch them with like Liu Kang's back 2, you can get a full combo punish from people trying to mash. I'm trying not to get into too advanced stuff, but yeah, that's the basics are go into practice mode, learn your best buttons, learn, you know, like Baraka has really far-reaching normals, you know, you can punish people, you back up, they try to go for something, you know, close range, punish them with this. Go into practice mode with your character, learn your best punishes, learn your longest buttons, go in. I'm not going to go too much into frame data right now, I'll do that in a different video, but go in, see what's safe on block. You know, like 2-1-2 or 1-2-1, sorry. Press square, X on Xbox, gives you all this information. -3 on block. That means it is safe. No one can punish that. You can throw out that whole thing. No one can punish it. So there's a good pressure tool right there. You throw it out there, get some chip damage, and then block. And you're safe. If you do 2-1, that's -4, or 1-2, sorry. Where is it? This is 0 on block, meaning that you don't have an advantage or a disadvantage, so you can throw something out again, maybe you'll catch them. But they cannot punish this. They cannot. It is impossible. You just go, look, see what your best buttons are, your safest buttons, your best combo starters. Look at your special moves. See what's safe, unsafe, all that. You know, what is your launcher? By launcher, I mean, so this is what this does normally. But if you enhance it, pops up for a combo. That's Baraka's best launcher. Launching special. Pops up for a combo. 31% damage off of that. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what do you mean 31%? The numbers say 300. That's... Mortal Kombat used to show percentages. Now, for some reason, they do this 300, 400 number thing. But that's still basically the percentage of the combo. Like, if you do a 400 damage combo, that means 40%. Most of the time. That's how most people say it. If you want to say 400 damage, whatever, say that. It's preference. But yeah, just go into practice. I'm telling you, go into practice. Play the game. There is no other shortcuts. You have to play. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the effort if you really want to get good at this game. I'm not the best. I will admit that right now. I am not the best, but I am pretty good. I've been playing Mortal Kombat. It's been my favorite franchise since I was 6 years old. You take this knowledge into any fighting game. If you want to play Tekken, you do the same thing in Tekken. You want to play Street Fighter, you do the same thing in Street Fighter. You go into practice mode, learn. You're struggling against a character, you have the computer do the moves while you learn how to counter it. And I promise you, you will get better at the game. You just listen, these few steps, and you will get better at the game, you know. You have to learn what's unsafe. You have to play the game more, so, you know, you get used to animations, you get used to, you know, all this stuff. Stop complaining about things. Yeah, there's gonna be annoying things in every fighting game. That's another thing I was gonna save this conversation for a different time, but, you know, so many people say, oh, Mortal Kombat's trash because there's so many broken things. Every fighting game has broken top-tier things. People are now complaining about Tekken 8 because they say it's extremely unbalanced. That top 3 characters are the best characters in the game. You're going to lose, blah, 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 if you go against those characters. Every fighting game is that way. There's no such thing as a perfectly balanced game, period. There's no perfectly balanced Call of Duty. There's no perfectly balanced Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter, Battlefield. There's always going to be the top tier stuff. You need to get that in your head. There's no point in saying, oh, this is broken, this is top tier, this game is trash. Every game is that way. Every game. You go play Warzone right now, 90% of the people that you fight are using meta weapons. It's going to be the same thing on Mortal Kombat. That's why you see Johnny Cage players so often. I fight Johnny Cage so much now that I'm getting actually really good at countering him. Yeah, a really good Johnny Cage player is annoying to go against, but the Johnny Cage players that aren't so good, they're easy to counter, easy to read. You just have to be patient, you have to learn, you have to go into practice mode. If you want to beat the story mode first, or, you know, invasions, whatever, but if you're going to go online and you want to be better at this game, you need to follow these steps. You have to go into practice mode. You have to learn what your character does, what launches into a combo, you know, what's your fastest punish. So if you block something unsafe, punish it with a combo. Do not let people discourage you from learning combos online. Who cares where you learn it? If you practice it and get good at it, they're just mad that you're punishing their unsafe stuff. People will always, that's another thing I should probably be putting in this video, trash talking. You're gonna have to get used to it. Who cares if you use Johnny Cage? People are gonna, oh, you use Johnny Cage, you're a carried bum, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You're winning, they're not. I say the same thing. I get mad at Johnny Cage players all the time. But they're still beating me, they're still winning. That's why I get mad, because I'm losing. Ignore it. You have to ignore it. People, I've seen people say Sub-Zero on this game is broken. Sub-Zero is considered the worst character in the game. Everyone will always have some sort of excuse. Oh, you spam this. Yeah, that means you're spamming the same mistake. If you want to zone in this game, don't let people discourage you from that. There's so many ways to counter zone. Even Serena can counter zone with this. Because if you get hit with that, you can hit him with a full combo. Sub-Zero has ice armor, but that's for a different video when I go in depth on cameos. But yeah, these are the basics, you know. These are the things you have to learn. You have to go into practice. You have to learn what your characters do. I'm trying not to overwhelm you guys. You go to practice mode, you learn what your character can do, what your best punishes, you practice some combos. Once you get some basic combos down, then start, you know, learning advanced combos and more higher damaging combos. But yeah, these are the basics that you guys need to learn. There is no such thing. You have to get that out of your heads right now. No magic you know, just like a diet. There's no magic pill, magic, you know, whatever technique that is going to make you a pro overnight. Just like there's no way that you're going to lose 50 pounds in a week. Unless you're starving yourself or, you know, something like that. There's just no other way than playing the game and practicing. Try to go in with a positive mindset. Get better. Realize that you are going to lose sometimes. If you know, getting upset after losing is normal. But do not rage and rage quit and break shit and smash shit. That's just going to make it worse, because then when you go into the next match, you're already going to be pissed off. You're going to drop things. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to roll your eyes. You know, just, you have to go in with a positive mindset. You can outplay anybody if you get good enough. No matter what character you are using, what character they are using. I have seen Johnny Cage players lose to Sub-Zero because they get outplayed, because they do unsafe stuff. You make them frustrated, they do unsafe things. Do not let people say, oh, you're doing scrubby things. Who cares? I'm winning. You're not. Use whatever character you want. Use whatever cameo you want. Use whatever strategy you want. Just remember, you have to practice. You have to play the game. If you know, play once or twice a week, I'm sorry, but, you know, you're going to hit a plateau. You're not going to get much better. Your timing's going to be off. You're going to drop combos all the time. This video is not for you if you're barely going to play. But if you want to get better, and I'm not a pro. I know a lot of people say, oh, you're not even a pro. I've hit Elder God in almost every season. I'm pretty good at the game. Granted, I've been gone for, you know, like a month or two. You know, some other stuff came up and just... I'm not gonna lie, the negativity was getting to me about this game. I personally enjoy this game. I love playing this game. The gameplay is really fun. There are positives about this game. But seeing constant negativity will poison your mind. It was starting to make me think that this game was trash, when I don't actually think that. I started getting back into it. I love this game. It has its problems, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's the best game ever. It's not the best Mortal Kombat ever. But I love playing it. The gameplay's fun. Try to go into a positive mindset. Play the game. Practice. I have tons and tons of videos on how to counter certain characters, including the broken ones. Raiden, Peacemaker, Johnny Cage. But you feel so much more rewarding when you do it yourself. When you go into practice mode with something that you don't know how to deal with, and you learn how to counter it. And it's easy. You press start, go to opponent type, go to playback and recording, record them doing whatever. You can also go to custom dummy, and you can turn block mode, you know, block all, auto block. This is a good way. I should talk about this. Let me see. Random combo. Set your opponent to this. And they'll block random things. See, he'll block. And sometimes he gets hit. This is how you get better at hit confirming so you don't do unsafe things. So, you know, I'm not going to go into special right there. I'm not going to special right there. Right here, sorry guys, the PlayStation D-pad just sucks for fighting games. I'm trying to get used to it. I play mostly on Xbox. But anyway, this helps you get better, because when he blocks it, you don't do the same thing. But then when he doesn't block it, you can do the unsafe thing. See that? How I read that? You set your AI opponent to do that, and if you start landing it 7, 8 out of 10 times, practicing, then that is going to help you so much with your hit confirming. It'll decrease the amount of times you do unsafe things, I promise you. That is a very easy thing to do that takes maybe 30 minutes to help you get used to animations of blocking and getting hit. So many people online will just throw out unsafe things without hit confirming. And that's why you get punished all the time. Go into practice mode, set that up. It's very easy. That is a very simple step that will help you get so much better at this game. Learn how to flawless block. Flawless block is when you let go of block and then press it down again, press block again at the right time to where the little flawless block icon comes up. That means that you can punish, whatever, make some certain things that are usually safe, unsafe. Also practice the up block mechanic. You hold block, you press up. Easy. So when people are jumping in on you,
Mr. Mayor. He's single. Mustard. That's cool.
I will just show you guys.
Corrupted forest.
I know a lot of people, low-level players, struggle with people that jump. In this game, jumping is so easy to counter now. So we'll set into that. Up block. Up block, and then you punish. Look at that, punish. The up block mechanic is so good for people who jump constantly. But also, this game has great anti-airs. Baraka doesn't have the best, but uppercut is a good anti-air. So much jumping, uppercut. Yeah, Baraka's anti-airs aren't the best. But anyway, if you're playing a character that doesn't have the best anti-airs, just up block. Easy punish. These are all simple things that can up your gameplay very quickly. You just have to practice. I promise you, if you practice, you play, you get better. That's the secret. There's not really an actual secret. The secret is you play. The pros have hours and hours, hundreds if not thousands of hours into these games. That's why they're so good at it. You are never going to get better if you don't play, if you don't practice. If you only jump, you learn one good combo, jump online. You can only be mad at yourself for everybody punishing you and destroying you because you are doing something unsafe. You don't know how to punish certain things. You don't know what's safe and unsafe. It is a you problem. But if you follow these steps, I promise you will get better. Now, I will be back tomorrow with a part 2 going more in depth of the cameos. The cameos are here to stay, guys. You might as well just get used to it. I personally love the idea. I think it's cool, makes gameplay a little more interesting and more fun. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Then this game's not for you and you should just go back to whatever game you want to play. But I'm going to go in more in-depth with more advanced cameos, show you guys what cameos can actually do besides just Serena. And if you're struggling with cameos, Serena is your best bet. She's the easiest to use. You can pick her up almost immediately. I learned like a 47% damage combo with Raiden literally 10 minutes into practicing with Serena. She's so easy. But she also has some cool stuff like a wake-up option that I can show you guys next time. But yeah, if you want to get better at Mortal Kombat, you follow these steps. You go into practice. You play the game. I will be back tomorrow with an advanced cameo video on how to get better at Mortal Kombat or any fighting game. This has been War Wizard. I hope you all enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.